Hi, welcome to this power video. I'm Graham Bullock. This is the second video on the seat slab variable fillet, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use a profile blend to capture this blended transition area for the edge of the outer foam slab. I took the curves on surface that we created in the first video using the tubular offset control set to variable fillet, and I want to point out to you that I created the tubular offset and then I moved the manipulators. That's how I work, but you can also do it before you run the tube. So you pick the two surfaces at the theoretical point, and then you'll get a blue circle there, and then you can click along and you can create another blue circle manipulator, and you can manipulate that to the diameter that you want. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, I didn't accept entirely the curves on surface given to us by the tubular offset control, so I'll just explain to you what I did there. I wanted to increase the caudal width of the fillet at this point to give a smoother transition in this area, softer transition. So I attached a curve here and plotted it around these two surfaces, in fact right the way down to there. So I'll just show you quickly how I did that. So to do that I need to untrim my model, and I'll just put on the patch precision because that's what I used as a guide. So our tubular offset curve on surface would have been over here somewhere, and then what I did was I took a CV curve, set it to degree 5, and then I plotted it all the way along here onto these iso palms, checked it with my curve comb, trued it up a bit, and then I made a rebuild curve, uniform knots, degree 5 with 5 spans along here. Okay, and I use smoothing, everything turned on. To trim it I use project normal, so all we need to do then now is to trim that out. We can build a profile blend using just these two sets of surfaces, the trim edges, and 1-2 profile curves, but you won't get a good result. You'll get a very flat section through there. So if you want to control the section all the way along your profile blend, you need to put in auxiliary curves, and you see that I've put 2 in there, and I'm just going to show you how I did that. Put an extra one in. I'm going to use a blend curve and start here, and I'm going to put it somewhere there. Now construction plane, and I'm going to use, I think, geometry here and plonk the plane there. Now I can align, pick the blend curve, and then pick that plane and go over to your toolbox and planarize it. And when it's planarized, it says up here planarize one blend curve, so you know it's done. Next job then is to check out the curvature there. So what we'll do is we'll use intersect, pick the surface and pick the plane. Now it's not a good habit in Alias to have curves on surface going from border to border because they will create problems. So we'll take extend with merge on, grab the end of it and bring it in like that. Also you can detach it here, but I won't waste your time with that because you will know how to do that. Don't make your combs too large because they give a distorted view of what's going on. Okay, that's a nice, very nice curve. It's G2 and sort of by accident it's G3 there. Let's pick the curve and just check on its characteristics. It's a 5-1, so it should only be giving us G2, but we've sort of accidentally got G3 there. But you're not going to get G3 this side because you just can't create enough lead in all the way around here. So because it's a very complex surface. So do we need to adjust it? We'll put the controls on. So you should always, when you're working with blend curves, you should have the controls on and you should have the comb on. If you haven't got those on, you're heading for disaster, believe me. So here we go. Nothing to adjust really. I'm very happy with that. But of course, if I did want to adjust it, for those of you that are not sure how to do that, you snap your manipulator there. If it has 2 manipulators there, then it's a G2 blend curve. If it has 3, then it's a G3 blend curve. But there's no point asking for G3 if you don't have a lead in here. If you want to adjust it, that adjusts the tangent CV, this one here, and the little circle adjusts the curvature CV, which is that one there. So that's how you adjust your blend curve. I could actually move the peak of it out a bit, but that's making it a harder radius, so I don't really want to do that. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'll just delete my locator. I don't need that. I think we're ready to start with our profile blend. So let's get the profile blend out. I think we'll go for G2, and if you need G3, you can up it to G3 afterwards. Degree 6 is what I normally use here. So let's give that a try. We'll just have a look at here. We want change select on, and that's fine. We're ready to start. So first thing to do is select your surface set and make sure that the pink line runs all the way through. If it doesn't, it's because you have 2 edges that don't align here, or surface to surface you don't have at least tangency. You must have at least tangency for your curvature continuity. Now pick the other side and you should get the continuous yellow line. Hit the space bar, it's very important. Hit the end profile curve and wait for the blend to build. It takes quite a long time. This is a fast workstation, and on a small computer it would be better to break the blend up and do it without the change select on. As you can see, it's got to the end here and it hasn't got a clue what to do, so it's built this very strange shape. So what we have to do now is tell it that we want it to factor that curve, and it will bring in another algorithm and it will do that for us. So we hit this curve here, and now both ends of the blend conform to the curves, and we can pick the next curve. And Alias once again will change the algorithm to include that curve and create a very accurate section at that point. This is our last curve here. That's the blend complete. That then is the finished product. Quite a nice quick way to blend a complex area. It's not the most sophisticated type of blend that I could have used, and I will, when I get time, I'll produce another video showing you a much more complex, sophisticated patch layout to resolve this blend, which will give an even smoother result with less harshness. So I hope that you found that interesting, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video.